Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Unique Inspirations with me, Trina. I am so glad to have you guys here. We made it to another day. Hello, Stacy. Hello, Marcia. How are you ladies doing? Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. How y'all doing today? I really can't complain about my day. I can't. I can't. Worked, woke up, started my day earlier, got me some me time in there. So I got to do some prayers. I got to read some scriptures. I got to just sit back with a peace of mind, with a nice cup of coffee. Y'all, I had a great morning this morning. So, I was having to tell myself some affirmations throughout the day. But other than that, can I complain? I cannot complain. So Marcia says, Trina, I always try to take responsibility for my actions and say I'm sorry if needed. Marcia, I'm glad you're doing great. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Well, you know what, Marcia? Before I stepped down out of my position, I would go to the office once a week. But now that I'm not in that position anymore, I don't go to the office at all. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. Sometimes that once a week was really nice because just to have that break. Um, I don't know. But now, no, go to the office. So they're actually trying. We've been working from home for 2 years now. Sorry about the noise, y'all. But I've been working from home for 2 years now. So the company is basically kind of giving us like if you want to come into the office to work, if, that's fine. If you want to work from home, that's fine. But there are some positions, I'm sorry, that they are requiring staff to go into the office, but I'm just fortunate enough to probably not be one of those staff members that have to go back into the office. So, and then like of course when we go back into the office, they don't want you in the office unless you are fully vaccinated. Yes, and your records have to be down in HR. So they're really, really serious about it. But you know, it's all for protection. I'm fine with it. I don't mind being at home, but yes, going to the office once a week was nice. Very nice. And we have a really nice office. So, it's always cozy in there. Which is, oh, you wanted to work. Oh, you wish you could have worked from home. Aw, 100 miles a day. You needed to be at home, Mark. They should have gave you a whole setup at the house. That's a lot of miles in one day. Oh my goodness. Hey Vivian, how are you? Welcome. So glad to see you. That's a lot. But you know what? We have people that travel probably about, I don't think it's 100 miles. It's probably about maybe 30, 40 miles coming in, going out. But maybe about 60, maybe 60 miles a day. But that's hard. 100 miles a day, 51 and 50 coming back. Nah, we'll pass. Oh, wow. Wow. And Marcia, if you don't mind me asking, what were you doing? That's a lot of driving in school. I thought I was something serious. You did that. High five, Marcia. But you know what? In order for us to succeed, we have to do hard sometimes. We have to do hard sometimes in order to succeed. So don't, beat yourselves up. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, creating your own fire. Okay, so you work for the military. Okay, awesome. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your services. Even if you were not in the military but work for military, that's still a thank you because y'all are not acknowledged enough. People in the background are not acknowledged enough. when y'all are having to set that stuff up and coordinate it and, you know, do all kinds of stuff, allocate people, allocate things, and everything else. So thank you so much, Marcia, for that, your services. So, you know, we got to just continue to pray for our military men and women and their families. You know, now we don't know what's going on, but you know, we go continue to pray and ask God to keep them protected, Lord, because we don't know what things are going to look like, how things are going to go, but pray for the best, right? So you said I was a single mom, had to do what I had to do, especially being a black. Yes, yes, yeah, especially being a black woman. And especially back in those days, it was you had it a lot harder, more difficult time, and all the expectations and things that you would probably that you know that I can do now that you weren't so easy to do or able to do back then. So yeah, Marcia, you deserve this nice retirement. You deserve a nice retirement. So, but I'm so glad that you guys are here tonight. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. If you're coming in and out, please make sure you hit the thumbs up as well. Make sure you're liking, subscribe, and share. But yes, so guys, let me tell y'all, I wanted to talk about creating your own fire. And that came to me. I was going to bed last night and something said creating your own fire. And I was like, am I in trouble? What am I doing? And so as I further laid there, you know, going into sleep, it was weird because it was more like it wasn't me, like a per se personally, but it was a message that actually came over me last night. And that is how I got create your own fire. And a lot of times that I come up with these things, it is based on, you know, the spirit. It sometimes ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm glad that I'm able to present it to you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay, so you've been retired since 2009. Oh, wow. So 35 plus years. Wow, Marcia. You worked hard, girl. But you know what? I got to give you praise for that. I got it. You know, and it's people don't understand like being a single parent, especially when you are a woman of color. It's tough. It's tough. You know, people thought I was making all this great money and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, it don't matter. I still have a child that I have to take care of. And, you know, especially, you know, but her, you know, her dad stepped up. I ain't have a problem with that. But the thing about it is, when you're a single mom, it's just hard, period. It's just hard. So when you have other obstacles, you know, or things that are holding you back, you know, it makes it even worse because you have to fight even harder. So I definitely get it. Y'all, please make sure you're hitting that thumbs up. But yes, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get started on this message, creating your own fire. So I like what Marcia had said earlier. When she makes a mistake, she tries very hard and she will apologize, you know, and say that she's sorry. And you know what? That's one of the most important things that we can actually do. You took accountability. You were sincere about it. You did what you had to do. And all you can do now is just pray and move on, you know, ask for forgiveness. That person, you know, for, you know, whether it's from that person or asking for forgiveness for yourself, whatever it is. But the thing about it is taking that accountability. Because that's what we do when we don't take accountability. And I'm starting with accountability because it starts with us, right? Y'all know I'm always going to start with us. But when you're not taking accountability, you are creating your own fire because you're going to have more and more things that are going to come at you. And when you can't take accountability for your own actions, you're asking for yourself to be set up. You know, I believe that you are asking for yourself to be set up because taking accountability is saying, I'm owning this. I'm owning this. Regardless if it's good, if it's bad, if it's indifferent, you're still holding yourself accountable. So, excuse me. So, yes, make sure that you are holding yourself accountable. Yes, Vivian. My mom did too. She raised me and my sister, and then of course my grandmother was right there with us. And so it was nice though. They raised us well. Sometimes it might not seem like it, but they did. But yeah, so creating your own fire, that's one of them, is not being able to take accountability, right? The next one, if you are creating your own fire, that means stop lying. Y'all, we have a tendency. Yes, I said we, because that's in terms of all of us. It can be a lie. It could be what they consider a white lie. A lie is a lie, right? So when you're lying to cover anything up, whatever you're lying for, you're creating a fire. You're creating a fire, because now you're going to have to have more lies after that lie. One lie after another. And the list just goes on and on and on. That's right. There's no fires to put out when you hold accountability. And that's why when people are lying, it might be like, oh, I'm going to just say this real quick. And sometimes, y'all, we think that some of the smallest lies is just, oh, I'm going to just tell I was asleep. Okay. You go ahead and tell her you was asleep, because all that's going to do when you talking, it could be 2 weeks down the road and y'all can be talking on the phone. If you didn't remember that conversation and told her that you was asleep, and y'all have this conversation, girl, I went over here and da 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 da. Girl, you told me you was asleep. And I will call people out like that sometimes. I'll be like, girl, I thought you said you was asleep. I will call you out. And I'm sorry, that's just me, because we should not be lying like that. We really should not be lying like that, but we do. And so there again, we're creating our own fire. And when you become known as a liar, and especially a habitual liar, a habitual liar is one of those people that just believe they own lies. Oh my goodness, that's deep. You know what I mean? When you become focused on your own lie and believing your own lie, major fire. You need to put that fire out, because you're not going to be able to relax. You're not going to be able to think straight. You're not going to be able to be happy and pleased with yourself. You're not going to be happy and pleased with others, because all you go think about is lying and believing your own lie. So just make sure that you are lying so you're not creating your own fire, right? Another thing that people do. So we got not holding accountability. We got people that's lying. And then you got messed up friendships. Messed up friendships. You're creating your own fire. Stop letting your friends manipulate you, and you stop manipulating your friends. So moving on is manipulation, right? Stop. If you feel like you have to manipulate people to have a friendship, let it go. And if you know that you're being manipulated in your friendship, you might want to vocally talk about that to your friend, because friends should be able to talk about things, and let them know, like, I'm not going to sit here and let you manipulate me anymore, And of course, the person that's doing the manipulation, of course, what manipulators do. They just basically, what? Everything is somebody else's fault. Everything but theirs. Once again, not holding accountability. But manipulation is not good. It's not good. I've had so many people manipulate me. It is crazy. But you know what? We do manipulation without even knowing sometimes that we are doing, that we are creating or doing or speaking of manipulation. We don't, people, I mean, it can be just so small, But my thing is, I don't like when individuals, they only want to be around you because you have something to offer. Okay? That's another part of manipulation. They only around you because you have something to offer. Okay? Now, if you know that, right? And somebody has given you the idea that that's going on and you let it slide by, you creating your own fire. You are creating your own fire. Step out and put the fire out. Stop letting people manipulate you. You know what I mean? If you're supposed to have a friend and all they can do is manipulate you, girl, let me call her because I want to get all the I want to get all the scoop. You want to get all the scoop, but then you want to cause chaos. And then it's those same people that want to manipulate, they don't want to be held accountable. And then they just lie. Some manipulators will lie to get the truth. Okay? So it's tough. You have to be really cautious of the people that you have around you. You have to be very cautious of the things that you share with people because people will take it and they will run and do whatever they want with it. And that's why I love why this show is recorded, because y'all can say whatever you want to say because it's all recorded on here. And I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say what I mean, and I'm going to mean what I say. Okay? All right. So ain't no manipulation here. Ain't no manipulation here. This is all truth and honesty. This is what Unique Inspirations is about. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you for coming out to just enjoy yourself. Because you know what? You probably could have been in that company of a manipulator. And I hate to say that. I don't like saying that. And I don't like to say that word HATE. I don't like saying that word. But, you know, don't let yourself get disgusted around people that's your so-called friend. Okay? Because people will manipulate you. Like I said, they will, talk bad about you. People just don't care. People, they don't care. Anything to get them up here and make you look like boo-boo and make you feel like boo-boo, like shit. If you don't know what boo-boo is, it's shit. So, yes, Marcia, gossip can bring a fire. It's different. Okay, Marcia, I'm glad you brought that up because people act like they don't understand what gossiping is. Gossiping, gossiping means that you are literally taking your time and energy and focusing it on somebody else and just laying out all this negative stuff. But it's different. If you're going to gossip in a way that you can help this person. I've already told y'all that before. I know I have. But don't gossip. When you're gossiping, you're opening. You open your own fire. Gone, you go blow yourself up. Because the next thing, then what you gonna do? I didn't say that. Then you lying. Well, then who said it? I didn't say it. I ain't even do that. I don't even know what they talking about. But you sat there and you held that same conversation with another individual. And so you were gossiping. Were you in the conversation, were y'all talking about how you can help? Were in the conversation, did you say something positive? You see what I'm saying? It's different when you're just having a conversation about another friend. If I go to one of my friends and I say, hey, I know you know that Sally is in a lot of trouble right now. And we need to try and figure out a way how we can help her. She's not strong right now, so we're gonna have to build for her. We're gonna have to stand there, build for her, be strong, have her back, do whatever we can do. Right? That's what your friends are supposed to do. But if your friends over there talking about, ooh, Sally, I don't know why she's sitting over there taking all that, because I wouldn't even be trying to hear all that. And then did you see what she got? That's gossiping. That's gossiping. Because you ain't even, what's the motive? Do you have a motive? Do you have a motive? Just saying. Just saying. Oh, you're so welcome, Marcia. So welcome. I'm glad I can be here. I like that, Marcia. To avoid blaming others for your actions, do not put yourself in that situation. That's right. Keep yourself out. Why you go walk into a burning room? What you going in there to save? Is it really that worth it? Is it worth it? To where it can take your life? Because that's what people forget too. You know, sometimes they say we be at the wrong place at the wrong time, which I believe. But it all has its purpose of why. But when you're opening your mouth and you're just running, and you just don't know what to stop, what happens is people start looking at you like that. You know, every time I'm around this person, they always talking about somebody. Always looking down on somebody. I ain't got nothing positive to say. First of all, the person might be a little jealous and have a little bit of envy towards you. You know, so just because people talk about you, it's okay. I want y'all to know that it's okay, because it's something incredible about you. Because I feel like if a person can talk about you and they supposedly your friend and they love you, they can come talk to you, right? But if you're just being a manipulating friend, you go talk bad about that person, laughing, smiling behind their back. I mean, you're going to talk about them behind their back, and then you go get in front of their face and do all that smiling and hee hee ha ha. Ain't nobody got no time for no hee hee ha ha. Sit your ass down, be real, and get your ass out of the fire. You need to go cool down and go find yourself. We have a bad habit, and it's okay, y'all, because it ain't just y'all, it's me too. We all have a bad habit of opening our mouths sometimes, and not because we just kind of intentionally. A lot of times when we do things, it's not always intentionally. But if you're intentionally doing something, that's my next one. Guess what? You're creating your own fire. You're creating your own fire. Because we want to be nosy. We want to be nosy. Girl, I went down the street. They had a big old house fire down there. Now, are y'all going to let the news give the broadcast, or are you going to be the news? It's different when the news telling it, because the news go tell it, and if it's allowing the news, let it be allowing the news. They can cover themselves. They can go back on TV and reach that same audience that they had, right? You can't go back and reach the same audience all the time. So what you say out of your mouth, make sure you be very careful with what's coming out of your mouth, because it's not cute. It's not. And we sit around sometimes and we think, oh, this, and this. And it's like, why? Why do we do that? Because they want to feel good. Sometimes we do that. We do things sometimes so we can feel good. Feel good by doing the right thing, even sometimes when it hurt. Y'all remember when I said a sacrifice of praise? You don't always want to pray. You know, you don't always want to pray. But I tell you what, when things going good, y'all, thank you, Jesus. Oh, yes, my spirit was so good. Oh, yes, we got this going. Hey. And then shit hit the fan because you didn't create your own fire. And you like, damn, I don't know. God let me down again. My spirit said my spirit just sat down on me. Wait a minute. Why you gonna blame it on your spirit and your God and whatever it is that you praising? You better suck it up and know and take accountability. That's what we have to do. I'm not gonna sit here and blame nothing on God, because if I'm gonna blame him, guess what I'm gonna do? It was all for a purpose. He did it for a purpose. That's my answer. It might not look good. It may not sound pretty. It might stink. It might have some holes in it. But to me, when I know that we're walking our right path and something boom happens, things happen for a reason. It's called sit down. Sit down. Sit down and reevaluate. Sit down and reevaluate. Because creating your own fire, I couldn't even imagine. Why you want to do that to yourself? You want to set yourself on fire? Because that's what you're going to be in, a pit. You're going to be in a nice big pit because you can't stop doing the things that are not acceptable and that's not building you. You got to do things to build you from the inside out. You see what I'm saying? Build. Don't burn it down. Don't burn it down. And don't allow other people to come in and burn it down for you. You see what I'm saying? You done worked hard. You went 3 years doing the best you can do, trying to stay positive, trying to stay focused, and then boom, you get with Jack and Jill, and damn, it's almost, how many damn buckets of water do you have to need to go put that fire out? How many buckets of water will you need to go put that fire out? I don't want to create my own fire. And I have created my own fire. And I tell you, if you have, you will know it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. And then you got to remember, how bad am I going to burn myself? One day you go burn yourself to where it's unrecognizable. Unrecognizable. And people ain't even going to know who you are anymore. Because you didn't let everything else take control. If you're not putting boundaries up for yourself, that's another way that you're causing fire, creating your own fire. If you ain't setting your own boundaries, you can set them, but make sure you stick to them. Stick to them. You own that. I'm going to say it again. You own that. You own your boundaries. See, people don't want to hear this tonight. I hope y'all hitting that like button, though. You see, that's called part of accountability. Trina ain't on here tonight to get on you. Trina getting on here so I can help, not so we cannot do these things. These are things we don't need to be doing to ourselves. Yes, Marsha, sit down, be quiet. That's what my mama used to say all the time. My grandma too. Sit down and be quiet. If you in a room, I'm gonna tell y'all, I've been in this position. I've been in a room where they talked about somebody so bad. Okay. I politely got up and I walked away because I have to remember I'm one of me and it's a whole bunch of them, right? So it's not the fact that I can't fight for myself, but the thing about it is when you are sitting in a room full of people that are gossiping, like Marsha said, gossiping about another individual, and you try to stick up for that individual, you can just let them know, hey guys, you know what? We're better than that. We're better than that. And we call her our friend or him our friend. We're better than that. And it's okay. And if they don't understand that, then they're not trying to hear you, but still walk away knowing that you are better than that. Because the last thing you want to hear is somebody said, oh, such and such said, your name come popping up. No, what Trina said was, we better than that. If this is what y'all choose to do, then go have it. But the right thing to do is be better and walk away. Walk away. You know, it's not, thank you, Stacy, for putting that in there. Yeah, Stacy, like you said too, free will. But we keep setting ourselves on fire. Keep doing it. I got tired of setting myself on fire all the time. I'm not lying. I got tired of setting myself on fire. And it's not that I did it all the time, because like I said, we do it sometimes. We don't even know that we doing it, y'all. We doing it and don't even know we doing it. So sometimes when we're doing things, we have to slow down. Slow down. It's okay. You know, they call them baby steps. Slow down. Take some baby steps. Because what people don't realize, like, oh, everybody want to get there in a rush. Everybody want to get there in a rush. Slow down. Because the ones that's rushing, they go crash. They go eventually slow down. They ain't gonna be heard, and they ain't trying to be heard, and they ain't trying to hear nothing. Take baby steps. You can listen, you can hear more peacefully, you feel better, you're not exhausted, less mistakes, and you go get to the same destiny. The same destiny. You know, it's like driving in a car. Y'all, I know this happened to a lot of us. You get in your car and you have that, you like, oh, you got your music on, you going about your business. They say that it's 60 miles per hour, so you going your little 60, you know, and you jamming out to your music, you paying attention. And then you got somebody zooming on by you going 75 miles per hour. They fixing to stop at the same damn red light as you. What was that for? You made it to the same red light. Why? What's the purpose? Because I'm fixing to give y'all something. Think about this. If you're rushing, hey Shayla, if you're rushing to get to the red, if you're rushing, and we know that we're both gonna stop at that red light, how are you gonna get there? By the time I make it going towards the red light, guess what? I might not have to fucking stop. It might turn green before I even get ready to stop. So I'm just still going about my way. But you ain't got no patience, no time, and you hit that red light and you gotta stop. You gotta stop in your track. So the purpose is slow down. We create our own fires when we're moving too fast. Slow down. It's okay. Take them baby steps and relax. Relax. Enjoy the moment. Intake and exhale at a regular decent pace. I don't want to be walking around like this all the time. You be out of breath. You be out of breath. And then you know when you already creating your fire and you can barely already breathe because you got all this other bullshit that's going on. And there you are setting your own fires. You go kill your own self. You can't breathe because you're too busy moving too fast. So you're out of breath. Now you created a fire. The smoke, you can't breathe, and now you got smoke coming too. You go kill your damn self. Slow down. That's another thing that we cause fires. Slow down. Oh, Marsha, you ain't never lied there. People do like starting fires. People will be, those are those manipulators too. People will come in and start a whole fire. And we be participating in it, not even knowing that the fire has started. And then you sit back and you be like, am I really entertaining this? How the hell did we get from this to that? Let me get this fire extinguisher. Let me get this fire extinguisher and put it out. Put it out. When you know that you are in the midst of fire, get your fire extinguisher and put it out. And if not, you better try to save yourself and walk away, like I said about 5 minutes ago. I'm not going to sit there and entertain nobody's fire. I mean, truth be truth. Don't sit there to entertain nobody's fire. And y'all, that's why I get on here, because I'm not perfect. But you know what? Everything that I'm telling y'all, I have had to practice these things. And they don't come easy. They don't come easy. We are imperfect people living in an imperfect world. And I get the drift. I get the drift. It's hard sometimes. But everything ain't got to be hard. That's another thing to your fire. Everything got to be so hard. Everything got to be so difficult. Why? Why? Oh, I got to go wash today. Now, you might not want to wash today, right? You might say, I really don't feel like washing today. If it's going to put you in a bad mood or make you feel some type of ugly, nasty way because you got to wash, put it on hold. Put it on hold. Ain't no reason to get yourself all upset because you know you have to do laundry. And then you go just be mad about it. And then you go take your fire and go try and put it on somebody else. And you mad behind laundry. But you go have this person thinking you mad because somebody done something to you. Or you done seen something. Y'all, we better stop. We better stop. We better stop. Stacy says, Marsha, then someone has to be a fire extinguisher. Yes. Yes. Got to be the whole fire extinguisher. And then you know what? That fire extinguisher. You know what? I'd rather for people to talk about me, to say, well, who she thinks she was. She was trying to settle all that. Big old, want to be big and bad. You know what? Talk about me that way. Talk about me that way. Because I'm just trying to help. And if it's, I didn't know that it was wrong to help. But now let's not get this twisted, because sometimes people want to help and then they know that what they're doing or fixing to say is going to start a fire. They know that. So help, but help with the fire extinguisher. Put it out. Don't add to it. Put it out. Just put it out. If you are capable of putting your fire out, put it out. Because people will do just that. Some people, they want to be the fire extinguisher, but they don't know how to be. And then before you know it, things then blared up again. I don't know. But I would rather for somebody to talk bad about me, because I'm just going to try. I can't, I'm not, what they say, I'm not saving Private Ryan. You can try. We can try. That's all we can do is try. But when you're trying, try for the best. Okay? When you're trying, try for the best. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Who told you that you couldn't? Yourself? There you go, starting your fire again. Stop telling yourself what you can't do. And focus on how you can work on learning how to get what there and get it done. It's no reason that we should sit here and pull ourselves down and talk about what we cannot do. I can't do that. Have you even tried to do it? Hey, Sharon. Yeah, it's like, have you even tried to do it? Well, not really. But I mean, you may have seen somebody do it or attempt it. That doesn't mean you can't. You want to go on Gladiators? You know that you probably about 60 pounds overweight, but you want to go on Gladiators. And you go, oh, I can't go to Gladiators because I'm 60 pounds overweight and them people ain't gonna take me. And I don't feel like doing all that exercising. Well, you don't want Gladiator that bad either. So you done set your own fire. Because ain't nobody stopping you from it but yourself. All you have to do is start doing little things every day. You exercising, but you getting ready for Gladiator. Do your little routines that you got to do to get to Gladiator. And believe me, the weight will come off without you even trying to think that you have to lose the weight. Oh, I can't have that ice cream today because I'm trying to get on to Gladiators. And I got 60 pounds to lose. Well, this morning, did you wake up? Did you stretch? Did you go for your walk? This afternoon, did you do your 30-minute workout? Guys, we can't just expect things to be handed to us, okay? If you want things handed to you properly, stop putting your fires, stop starting your own fires, and then you gotta have to go look for the fire extinguisher. But take your fire extinguisher wherever you go, because it could be you putting it in, you starting your own fire, or somebody else around you starting your own fire. But it's up to you. Stop fighting with yourselves. Stop fighting with yourselves. What are you fighting yourself for? That's almost like a punch in the stomach. You just go hit yourself all up in the head and the face and all that kind of stuff. Y'all, we deserve great. If you want great, be great. Find a way of trying to make a way for yourself and a way of positivity. And so that way, when you open your doors, it's nice and fresh. You might say, oh, be careful over there because I had an accident, when I was stumbling, and that's got a little stain on the carpet. It's okay. We all got stains. We all got stains. But I don't want to be burnt up. I'll take a stain than to be burnt. At least with the stain, I have a chance of coming out with some new technique. When I'm burnt, I can't even repair that. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Take something from somewhere else to put somewhere else? I mean, come on, y'all. Let me just be a little broke, okay? Let me be broken, but I don't want to be caught on fire. Put the stains on me, because somebody will get the stains off. And if it's a stain that never disappear, remember it's a stain that's keeping you, to remind you, this is where I was before when I was creating my own fires. But I don't have to worry about those fires and stains and all that no more. And if I stumble up to one, I think I'll know how to put it out a little bit quicker and a little bit easier. So guys, we are creating our own fire. We allow others to come in and create our fires. The best thing we can do is stay strong for ourselves, lift ourselves up, be the fire extinguisher. It's okay to stand up. It's okay to stand up and believe what you believe. If people want to be mad at you because you're making their wrong or right, let them be mad. But don't go in there and start saying to make a wrong more of a wrong. It just don't work like that, because you're going to be walking out just as wrong as everybody else, and all y'all gonna be burning. Okay, Misty. Hey, Misty. But yeah, I don't want to be burnt up either, Misty. I don't. And then you think about these people, literally, just, kind of put yourself in a thought of, if I really was on fire, that would not be a good feeling. It wouldn't be a good feeling. So why do you want to set one? Why do you want to manipulate? Why is it so hard for you to keep your own boundaries and set your own boundaries? Why is it so hard to not lie? We lie to cover up so many things: shame, guilt, anger, pleasure. But it ain't doing nothing but creating a fire for us. Because like I said earlier, one lie builds onto another lie. And before you know, you're going to have a wildfire. Don't do that. Don't have your wildfire. We got too much destruction that's going out. Be the fire extinguisher. Be the person of peace. Be the person of calm. Be that water. Be that bird that's singing in the sky. Make somebody smile. Oh, Stacey, you making coffee, girl? Yes, I made me some before I got started. So is there anything anybody would like to say about creating your own fire? And I hope that y'all got the message for tonight. I really do. And if y'all can't, if it ain't for you, then give it to somebody that you know that can use it. And then when you start walking around saying, oh, I wouldn't do that, you go set yourself on fire. Then people will say, what you talking about? You go set yourself on fire. Let me go and get this fire extinguisher. It's sad, y'all. We already going through too much chaos. Why do we want to bring it to ourselves? and feel like we can't stand up for ourselves when others are bringing it to us. You your own person. Just because you don't agree with somebody, what they go do? I don't even want to ask that question because people are so something these days. I don't even know. And I'm not judging people. I'm not. But we are in turbulence time. And we have got to stay strong. There's so much this war stuff going on. Coronavirus going on. This crazy stuff in technology. It's too much going on. It's already too many fires. Why don't you just be able to be the one to walk away from the fire or help put the fire out? We're not too good. We're not too good to help put the fire out. You might not think you're being paid, but oh, good God. When you're doing the right thing, you are doing it and you are appreciated for it and you will be rewarded for it. You might not know it, but you will be. And sometimes it comes in the smallest way and we miss it. So always keep your eyes and ears open. Always want to learn. And it's okay to teach too. Marcia said it would be funny if you carried the fire extinguisher with you everywhere. You know what? The way things are looking, we do, Marcia. We need to carry that fire extinguisher everywhere we go. We really do. And it's sad that we have to do that. But until people stop until we stop setting our own fires and people setting fires to us, we're going to be carrying around that extinguisher. We're going to. At least I'm going to say I'm going to, because I don't want the fires around me. I don't want to create my own fires, and I don't want nobody creating one for me. Marcia said, there's too many fires going on right now. Exactly. Like I said, that's right. Let's put them out with the word of God. You ain't never lied about that. They forget about God. They forget about him. You know why? Because some people walk around, Marcia, and they say, God, if there was really a God, why is all this doing it? Why is all this going? Why is all this happening if there was God? I'm going to tell y'all, this is the easiest answer. Will somebody come to y'all and say, if there's really a God, why is all this kind of stuff happening? Ask them, have they read the Bible? I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm not trying to make nobody feel no type of way. But that's how I look at it. That's my answer. Have you read the Bible? And you will understand why all this stuff is going on. I remember when it dawned on me when I was young. Now, these guys are a little bit older than me, but the Menendez brothers, they were the brothers that killed their parents. Now, I remember it stuck to me. One day I was reading the Bible. This was years ago. And I remember calling my mom on the phone, and I said, well, especially that when I came across the part where it was saying how, the children was going to be killing parents and parents was going to be doing this and all this, how they have the rundown in the Bible of what's going to be happening. Men sleeping with men, women with women, all this kind of stuff. And they was already doing it in the Bible. They was already doing it in the Bible. So when people ask you, if there's a God, why is all this going on? You tell them, have you read the Bible? Because it's in there. Because I remember when I read up on when that Menendez brothers came out, and I was like, that's in the Bible. Kids killing their own parents. Deception. Sexual abuse. The scripture. I'm going to tell y'all, like my friend told me one night, I was talking to her on the phone. And it did make me think. The scripture. We reading a script that's actually being played out in real life. These wars that was going on in the Bible, that hell, we saw the wars. People going to wars all the time. We might not see them, but they're there. Creating your own fire is not good. I don't want to create my own fire. I don't want to create my own fire. Now, somebody can bring the fire to me, and I'll be praying and asking God that I'm prepared with my fire extinguisher to put it out before I'm burnt. I need to be protected. And as I give this message, I want to continue to work harder and harder and harder every day, not setting my own fires. And you guys need to do the same. We need to think about ways how to keep the fire off us. Stop creating it. If you want to do it, do it. Stop telling yourself that you can't do something. If you want it, get it. And another important things about it is, like I always say, if you want great, sometimes you got to go through hard to get great. Great don't always come easy. It don't always come easy. So don't stop because things get a little hard. Because I'm going to tell you, when they get a little hard, just know right across that, you got a nice blessing. It wasn't hard. It wasn't easy for me to get my master's. Oh, and then I had to do extra classes because I took a focus on it. So that way I have the opportunity to do whatever I want. So I figured, you know what? I'll take these extra 3 classes so I can have a focus. But getting my master's was not easy. It was hard. But guess what? It's going to pay off. And it paid off. I'm done. I'm done. Thank you, Jesus. And I thank him for that. So that's why I'm saying, when you want great, don't think it's always going to be easy. Be ready to fight. Fight through it. Hold your head up high and say, I got this. And make sure you're carrying God with you. Go to him first for everything. And we might have less fires. I know we would have less fires. There'd be less you have to create for yourself. And easier to put out when somebody bring it to you. Stacy says they planned it. Total evil. They made up that story. The devil disciples. You know what? Man, Marcia, that was sad. I mean, Stacy, that was sad. That was a sad story. You go kill your family, your parents who raised you, who gave you everything, and wanted to give you the best of the best because they worked hard, and you just kill them because for a few dollars, and you ain't gonna think that you ain't gonna get away with it. You gonna get away with that? All right. Setting your own fire. Setting your own fire. Marcia says it was hard going to college, and that was one fire that I put out. Amen, Marcia, and congratulations. Congratulations on that. I know it was some time back, but you did it. And that's what I try to get everybody to understand. Do hard, y'all. It's okay to do hard sometimes. You could either do hard for the right things or you can do hard for the wrong things. You make the choice. And me personally, I would rather take a hard for the right. I don't want to do hard for the wrong. But it's more interesting for people to understand, I guess, when the hard, is not going to be beneficial to you. But I want the hard that's going to be beneficial to me and my family and my friends and people around me. Something that I can bring to you guys and to everybody around the world. Yes, thank you, Marcia. And if you guys have graduated, rather you graduated, you didn't graduate, whatever it is, but if you accomplished something, congratulations. And I'm going to tell y'all, don't ever think that what you accomplished was too small. Oh, that wasn't nothing. What? What? You put your own hard sweat and tears in it, and you go let somebody tell you, oh, that ain't nothing. I can do that. Okay, so if you could do it, why you ain't done it? I'm waiting. I'm just saying, y'all. And if you still feel like you're missing something in your life, sit back. That's why you are journaling. That's why you're giving yourself, affirmations daily and throughout the day. Because you are better than what you really think you are. And don't let nobody, I mean nobody, tell you different. Because you are somebody. If you weren't had a purpose here, if you didn't have a purpose here on earth, you wouldn't be here. But God saw fit that you had a purpose and you're still here. So make your days great when you wake up. Thank him. Thank God that whoever you want to thank, because I thank God, but y'all get the drift. Thank him that you woke up and make that day your day. Your day. Because can't nobody make the day but you. If you could allow people to come into your day and make it miserable and start fires, then you need to get up and start putting your fires out, because that's going to be on you. Don't sit around and be miserable because it seems easy. That's why people like misery. Misery loves company because it's easy. You ain't got to do nothing. You notice what it said. Misery loves company. So that means people that are miserable, they sit, and they wait for somebody else that's miserable to come, or anybody that they think that they can manipulate, or anybody they can bring down just to that level. Don't let people do you like that. And if you find somebody that's miserable and down, try to lift them up. Try to lift them up. Now, we can't make people change, but we can offer ourselves in the best way we can to let them know that, hey, you got this. You can do this. Ain't nothing wrong with no encouragement. Ain't nothing wrong with a little encouragement, a little push. So just, make sure that y'all are doing your best. You're not in competition. Who are you in competition with? You're not in competition with nobody but yourself. And when you're in competition with yourself, you always go win. You always go win. If you put your mind and your heart and your soul and you do it, you can do it. You can do it. Stop doubting yourself. Because when you're doubting yourself, there's a fire. Because you ain't gonna get it done. And hopefully by the time you get that extinguisher and put it out, that there's not there's enough, to be saved. Stacy says, I have a GED. I was in too many foster homes to be a high school grad, but I felt like I showed them because I ranked high. Stacy, That touched me. That really touched me. Um, it's okay. You got your GED. There's a lot of people that ain't got that. You think about what you went through. Think about what you went through. And not only that, on a job application, it'll ask you, do you have a high school diploma? Or do you have a GED? Be thankful that you can check one of those off. Be thankful that you have that GED because it could still get you many places. You still have a chance to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And I am proud of you. I am very proud of you, Stacy. That's what I'm saying. People don't realize where we come from, what we do, how hard some of us have to work and struggle and everything else. But you be proud. Don't say I only have. Say I have a GED. And you hold your head and you mean that. Some people just dropped out, didn't attempt to do anything to better themselves or nothing. But like you said, you ranked high. You worked hard at that. That was well deserved. Couldn't nobody do that for you but you. So you hold your head high. You know that you defeated and beat some of the odds, girl. So don't look at it like a simple, I just got my GED. And even if people just, they have their diplomas, don't look at it and say, I just got my diploma. I don't have no high. That's hard work. Everybody is not meant to go to school. And let me tell y'all something on this. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell y'all this again. And this ain't going to be the last time y'all hear this, because I've said it a whole bunch of times. Just because I have a college degree does not make me no better than anybody else. And that's anybody with a degree. Because we only got a degree in what we studied. I don't know nothing about the damn moon and stars and galaxies and all. I don't know nothing about that besides what I hear and what I pick up. But it can be somebody that don't have no type of college education. And they can tell you about the stars, the moon, the solar systems, the planets, and everything else. So don't ever feel like when you sitting next to somebody and you have a GED and they got a some kind of college that they better than you. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And that's why I don't like to really go around telling people sometimes that I have a degree. People were very surprised before I went back to get my master's. People was very surprised when they found out that I had a bachelor's degree. Because when you tell people things like that, they expect so much more of you. But like I tell them, I got this degree in something that I studied. So if you go to school, you can go and study it too. And you had the same thing. It don't make me no better than you. Marcia says, Stacy, each of us are unique, and you are on. So let me put my glasses on, y'all, because I'm straining my eyes. She says, each one of us is so unique, and you are on so many channels, being a greeter and helping out. That is so true. Stacy, you be pumping it, girl, pumping it. I be seeing you and Vivian, and there's some more of y'all. Y'all be pumping it. Y'all don't be putting no brakes on. Y'all just go in there like y'all was paid to do this shit. And you know what? Believe it or not, your blessings are in disguise. Your blessings are in disguise. All you have to do is believe. Just believe. Stacey says, I agree with you, Marcia. We all have a place and we can help someone in their journey. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I know that's right, Marcia. Nobody is better than anyone. Yes. Marcia says they go in like gangbusters and slaying trolls. Yes, 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 yes. But I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it when I'm able to know, y'all take that time and you're like, hey, go subscribe to this person, or hey, put that thumbs up and subscribe and share or whatever. Y'all keep it pumping. And I appreciate that. It's like you have cheerleaders that's cheerleading you on. You have that support system of people that's supporting you. And you know what? That is always going to come back to you. It's always going to come back to you in good favor, because ain't nobody asking y'all. I ain't ask y'all, but I can't say everybody. But anyways, I might tell you once in a while, hey, can you put that in there for me? But I don't mean it because I know that you have to do it. You don't. You don't have to do it. You could say, girl, please put your own shit up in there. If you don't know how to do it, that's your problem. But I greatly, highly appreciate it. I can't thank y'all enough for when y'all do that. That means a lot. A lot. And people just don't even know. Mm, mm, mm. Stacey says, I love how we work together and no judgment. That's right. That's right. We are not, you know what, Stacey? I don't know what to say about people that judge, because that's me judging them. We can pray for them and ask God to take that judgment away from them, because they still have to pay a penalty. When we're judging people, we have a penalty to pay, but people don't realize that. And we all have to get an understanding of what's the difference between judgment and opinions. There's a difference between judgment and opinions. And we're going to go over that. That'll be one of our topics. But it is a difference. Missy says, just believe all things. I ain't even have to finish that. Amen. Amen, Misty. She says, just believe all things are possible. She says, that got me far in life. Higher power made it so. Amen. Amen, Misty. Yes, all things are possible. When you know a man named Jesus, Father God, Son. Okay. Yes. And people don't want to talk about that, but they need to know that. Marcia says, we're a family and family help each other out with love. Yes. Yes, Marcia. Yes. When you have love and you're getting love, there are so many things in this world that is beautiful. You see life so much better than a person that just see everything so bitter. You know what I mean? People don't be bitter, be sweet. Now, there is a side of us that we do have to get bitter, okay? We do have to do that sometimes, but make sure when we doing it, that we doing it for a good reason and good purpose, and that we have every right of doing it. Yes, love can put out. Yes. Oh, I love that, Marcia. Yes, Marcia says love can put out many fires. I love it. I love it. Yes. Sharon says sending love and big hugs to everyone. Yes, Sharon. Thank you. And so much love and hugs to you too. I so appreciate all y'all coming in. Y'all have no idea. Like, this is just the beginning. And I tell you guys, y'all see I have my hat on tonight. I still have my twist in. I think I'm gonna take it down tomorrow and let it be big a little bit. But anyways, we'll see how it goes because sometimes it takes like 2 or 3 days for it to get big. But y'all will get it. Y'all will see what I mean here in a couple of days. But yes, I appreciate everybody. I really do, because I want to be good for somebody, and I want people to be able to return the favor because that's what we're supposed to do. Love one another, respect one another, be loyal to one another, all those good things. And it's not hard. It's not. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Everybody is entitled to their feelings. Why should we have to feel a certain way because somebody don't like chocolate cookies? How I can understand if it's like a laughing gesture, like, girl, how you don't like chocolate chip cookies? Like, haha. But if you just really go be down on somebody because they don't like chocolate chip cookies, something real wrong. Something is really, really wrong. I believe something is really, really wrong. And that's my opinion. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't make somebody a certain way because they don't like chocolate chip cookies. Well, hell, what if they don't eat onions? I don't eat onions, and they supposed to be real good for you. I don't know, but I don't eat them. But that doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't make me no less of a person than you are. Hell, we all got different type of allergies and everything else. Thank you, Marcia. It's my run too. It's my baby. It's my baby. Stacy says, receive and sending right back to you at Sharon Sites. There you go. There you go. But, guys, just make sure that you're not creating your own fires. Make sure that you have your fire extinguisher ready. Be brave. Be courageous. Be strong. All those things you are already. You just got to find them if you have not found them in yourself. Make sure that tonight you do an affirmation. If you had to write, do something good. Do a self-care night tonight, or find some time this week to do a self-care. Missy says, I tell myself that I have a friend in Texas. Thanks, Trina. Thank you, Misty. Lots of love. Thank you. Thank you. You guys don't understand how y'all hit my heart, because let me tell y'all, I will highly acknowledge y'all are I'm you know how they say you have a starter kit? Nothing's better than your starter kit. And everybody, every person, every individual that I come across on my channel, I will always hold dear. You guys, Misty, Marcia, it's so many more people. But you guys shine. Y'all shine. Y'all here with me just about every night. And I appreciate that. It's not only a healing that I want to give to people, but it's a healing for myself. Don't be afraid of who you are, because you're going to shine. When you hold self-confidence and you know who you are and your worth, you go shine. You don't have to try. You're just going to do it. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of where you came from. Be better than what you expect or what you think you expect from others. Always do much as you can, when you can, for yourself. And I always say self, because the more you pour into yourself, the more you can help others. And it's a daily battle, y'all. It ain't always easy. Not for me, anyways. Yes, Stacy. She does have a, and yes, Misty, you do have a friend in California. And I know I have friends everywhere. And I don't call people just my friends because people use the word friend so loosely. That's another whole topic in itself. But when I tell somebody that they're my friend and when I tell somebody that I love them, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I mean that. And got a friend in Oklahoma. You guys are just, y'all great. Y'all great. So I'm going to actually get ready to close it out for tonight. Y'all make sure you do your affirmations. Do your affirmations, please. Do some, when you lay down tonight, make sure that you have been able to do. I don't care if you said, I'm going to go in here, I want that cookie so bad, I'm going to go get this cookie. It'll make me feel good. Go get it. If you want some fruit, go get it. Whatever your heart desires tonight, do it for yourself. Now, if it's taking a trip to Italy, if you think you can find you a plane to Italy or something, then go for it. I'm not going to tell you you can't do it because then I'd be lying. You can do whatever you want to. Remember that. It depends on the work that you're willing to put into it. Yes, Marcia, I'm with you on that one. I am going to put my fire out. Like Marcia says, we're going to say good night for tonight. I will be back tomorrow here on Unique Inspirations with who? Me, Trina, at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And I would love to see you guys, come back, join me as usual. And you know what? We have to start making guest night. Bring your guest. So I appreciate you guys so much. And it's not about bringing a guest so they can subscribe, it's bringing a guest so they can get the word too. But you guys take care, stay sweet, and do your self care and treat yourselves good. Good night. And thank you once again for joining me here on Unique Inspirations.